Hello car lovers, driving the BMW M550i 2018. And you know what? I brought a buddy of mine. He and I did our first YouTube video together on this channel. It was kind of awesome. And in fact, he moved on to create Pan the Organizer, which is probably the most reputable YouTube detailing channel in the world. Probably I can't think of any other independent detailing reviewers that are not associated directly with a brand. So that is, the magnitude of that achievement is awesome. You can go see him at Pan the Organizer. And today he's agreed to come with me and discuss about his 3 years of ownership with his BMW, and tell us a little bit about the car itself, and tell us what he was shopped for initially, why he chose this one, how it served him, and perhaps give us some clues on what he's looking in the future. Pan the Organizer.
Hey guys, Chris, thanks for having me on your show. Chris is a car lover, and that's where I think we really connected. We've been friends for a while now, and I absolutely love cars too. You have to be a car enthusiast to talk about cars, right? So I love detailing as well. That's another thing. But today we're focusing on this M550i. So I was coming from a BMW, a 440i Grand Coupe, X-Drive M Sport. That's a mouthful. But essentially I wanted something a bit bigger, a bit more luxurious, a bit more comfort, and of course still keeping that a bit sporty drive, but having that luxurious feel again, the comfort and the power. And so I was looking for the competitors, obviously the Mercedes E-Class, that I really liked as well, and there was a Lexus that could have been a contender, but at 6 feet 3 inches tall and 250 pounds, I don't fit in those seats, so they're not made for me. And there was the Audi as well, because I had a 2013 Audi S5 before, the BMW 4 Series, and I absolutely loved it. So of course the S6 was a contender. But it was the test drive, right? I always say that you need to test drive a car, and that's how you actually get to make your final pick. There was the Range Rover Velar as well. Oh, yeah. I was open to SUVs and the Macan GTS from Porsche. Oh, yes. So those were the final three, actually, were the Range Rover Velar, the Macan GTS, and the BMW M550i. I think as soon as I cranked the motor to start it, I mean, the sound of that 4.4 liter V8 just got to me. It was the combination of everything I wanted at the time, which again was that comfort level that you get, the space in the 5 Series from BMW, the looks, obviously, the fit and finish, the German engineering, the engine itself, the sound that this engine produces, especially in sport mode, is just nice. And when you want to put it in comfort mode and just enjoy driving around town, and that comfort level you can go, I mean, for road trips of 5, 6, 7 hours from Montreal to New York and never have back issues. This one has the optional Napa leather seats with the massage function, heated and cooled seats. So you get the tech. I got the upgraded Bowers & Wilkins sound system as well, because I'm an audiophile and I like having awesome sounding tunes in the car. So I think it was a combination of everything, and again, the test drive that just sold me on it, and it was a bliss to drive. Like, what do you think? Like, you've driven so many on your channel. You've had the chance to try pretty much all the competitors as well. And
yeah, I just wanted to ask you, what are the top 3 features about this vehicle that perhaps stand out, that maybe somebody who'd like to buy a luxury sports sedan, why this one? What are the top 3 features that you like the most about it versus its competitors?
Definitely the power of the engine. So again, 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. Same basic engine, I mean, as in the M5, except detuned. But you're going to have a bit more a luxury feel. So when I test drove the M5, what I didn't like about that one as much was it was too performance oriented for me. So the suspension is stiffer, the seats are stiffer, everything is stiffer. So that wasn't for me. I fully understand those who love those vehicles. They're tremendous cars. But the power was enough. So depending on if you're in Europe or in the USA, it's roughly 460 horsepower and 480, I think, foot-pounds of torque from that 4.4 liter V8. So very good power to weight ratio, although this is a heavy car at roughly 4,500 pounds, somewhere in that. So it's by no means a light vehicle. But the sound deadening was another factor that combined with the comfort level. So that's number 2. And number 3 was the looks, just the overall exterior and interior. It just ticked those boxes for me. So it's that sleeper look. So it's not a scream at me car, look at me, oh my God, you know, like some other brands. This is more subtle, It's, I think, geared to what BMW always catered for with the 5 Series, which is the business professional. So there's something about when you drive this car, it makes you feel like a businessman. So it's hard to explain, but that's the way I feel when I drive it. So those would be, I think, the top 3 things. So the performance, the comfort, and the looks overall. That does it for me.
That's pretty good. And over the 3 years, has the car lived up to your expectation?
Absolutely, and more. 0 issues. Obviously, I get a brand new car every 3 years, so for me, long-term reliability is not a factor, so I never factor that in. But still, nonetheless, 0 issues, no visits to the dealership for anything that went wrong. There was no quirks that I was like, oh my God, what happened here? And actually, it surpassed my expectations, because the more you drive this car, the more you enjoy the features, just as the comfort of the seats, for example. So the more you drive it, the more you enjoy it over the months. I said, you know what, my back never hurts. The comfort is there. You can have nice conversations as we're having now, and you have the exterior that's cut off, right?
We're in a cocoon.
Exactly. So the sound insulation, the sound deadening that they used is very, very good. You don't have any noise, vibration, harshness, that kind of stuff that seeps through the cabin. You get the engine noise, even in comfort mode like now, you still feel it. But when you put it in sport mode, well, that's when you actually hear the valves open up even more in the back. And
And the 4-wheel drive. We're in the rain.
And the 4-wheel drive, that's right.
We're in the rain, and we jumped speed really good there.
We're in my winter setup, so the summers are 20 inches, 275 width in the back. So you get tremendous traction with the Michelin Pilot Super Sport tires. But even on these 19-inch winter wheels, they're 245 width, square setup. I mean, they're still pretty good.
We jumped 40 kilometers just like that.
Eh? Yeah. And were you in comfort still? Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I think what I like about this vehicle, you know, we often talk about how do you feel, right? But this category, I find the mid-size luxury sedan, it's really about how does it make me feel, right? And that's what I look for in this category, and I feel in control when I'm driving this vehicle. It has an assertiveness.
Yeah.
When you're driving, you can feel it in the steering. You can feel it in the surety of the suspension. It just feels so planted on its feet. So you have those classical qualities of this type of vehicle. In fact, it's kind of like the Transporter, really.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think about the Transporter, the old 7 Series in terms of size and just of like how it is. It feels like this vehicle.
Yes.
The exterior styling I find is classic BMW. This athlete in the suit, it's evident with the character line on the side. I find it's very nice.
Yeah.
The front end, the classical kidney grille, and also how wide it is from behind. It looks really good.
Yeah.
So I find that's really attractive about the vehicle. Another thing too, and this was perhaps 2-3 years ago, was more relevant, and I remember commenting on that, is that BMW, their interiors with the lower trim 2, 3, 4 Series have always been a little bit less impressive.
Yes.
However, when you go up at 5 Series and higher, they are just as impressive, if not more impressive than the competition.
I fully agree.
So you're not penalized
Yep.
when you're buying the 5 Series for that. And I find that's very good. You feel it in the seats, you feel it in the leather. I'm not feeling any pressure points. The
Yep.
leg bolsters are not pressing against my legs. Plenty of room here in front.
Yes.
And you know, a reasonably good visibility here. We're driving in imperfect conditions with rain, through tunnels, and I'm not feeling a sedan penalty. I drive a lot of SUVs, as you know, and I'm not
Yep.
feeling any visibility penalty on this vehicle.
Yeah.
Nice touches I like in terms of the interior. I'm gonna go over this interior. Little things that you get when you buy this level of vehicle that you don't get when other vehicles. When you're going through iDrive, very snappy response. I love that. Here, just the even for the climate control, the digital display is very high level.
Nice. Yeah.
All right, that's an added value versus other sedans. The digital dash, very good. It has a high-end look. I don't know if it's the fonts or the sharpness of the image. Everything is higher level.
It seems the more you pay, the more you get with these German brands.
Well, it's everywhere, right? You
Yeah.
can see with the lighting inside of the speaker hub.
Yes.
You can see it with the ambient lighting here.
Yeah.
Everything is higher level, and it really comes and it doesn't feel gadgety.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It feels good. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the sound of the engine. I find sometimes V8s, when you're dealing with, let's say, the American brands, they can feel loud, rugged.
Not as sophisticated.
It's less sophisticated.
Yeah.
And when you're listening to a V8 growl of a German car, it just feels a little bit more sophisticated, and I appreciate that when I'm driving it. It feels appropriate to the class of vehicle.
It caters to its class, yeah.
Yes, I know. It's very homogeneous. This product is so homogeneous.
Yeah.
Pan, the lease this is a 2018.
Yeah.
You lease cars for 3 years.
Yes.
So a simple mathematical analysis will lead us to believe that you're going to be changing soon.
Yes, this summer is the time for that.
So I guess perhaps you could tell people what channel they could expect to see the reveal.
Yes, well, that will be on my YouTube channel, so Pan the Organizer, Pan, P-A-N, the Organizer. So I do a lot of detailing focused stuff because I love car detailing, been detailing cars for over 24 years now. Yeah, this year is the year for some craziness. So my viewers will be very excited, I'm sure. I haven't revealed what I'm getting yet. It's going to be either a super truck or a super car. Definitely, we're stepping it up another huge notch, so it's going to be impressive. But these have been some very good years. I've gotten to a point in my life now where I can enjoy these types of things.
Yes.
And you can rest assured that it's going to be something crazy, definitely.
It's really nice to see somebody have a vision, work hard, apply drive, and achieve tangible objectives.
Yeah.
I think that's what one could hope for.
Yeah.
You know, that in itself is extremely fulfilling, and you've done so on your channel, and I'm sure a lot of people have been able to share your passion and receive good lessons on how to take care of their cars.
Yeah.
So instead of chucking them away in the garbage after 4 years and spending all their money, they're taking care of them. They feel new. They look and feel new longer.
Absolutely.
And then they don't change them as quickly.
Exactly. And higher resale value.
And
too,
a higher resale value, exactly. And those are our thoughts on the excellent BMW M550i. I love these ownership videos that I do. It gives you a first-person perspective on what somebody bought, what was their thought process, and has the car lived up to their expectations. By the way, if you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And if you really like it, well, of course, just subscribe. And if you want to have premium detailing tips, of course, go to Pan the Organizer. I'll put a link in the description below for that. And that is it.